On for you Aries out there. Y'all gave me the most views, so y'all are getting the first reading. So you have the World, the Five of Wands, and then you have the Ten of Pentacles. The World is your oyster, but it also represents gatekeeping, right? A lot of you Aries are moving in the direction to start doing things that are good for you, that work for you, that will be best for yourself. You're learning how to look out for yourself. That's something that you Aries kind of haven't necessarily done for a little while, because you've been weak, or you've had a chink in your armor when it comes to love, right? And this is what I was talking about, how you Aries have to learn how to understand when something is worth putting in the effort for. If a person is wasting your time, then obviously that's not necessarily a person at all for you to be wasting your time with. That's a person for you to just essentially fall out of your life and just stop communicating with them. The Five of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles represent, because relationships, quote unquote, if you can call it, I don't even call it that really, but the interactions that you Aries have had started off very serious, right? Like there's a very serious undertone. There's a very serious undertone that usually happens very, very quickly as you Aries are getting to know potential significant others, but it doesn't really go anywhere. So there's just a lot of talking. There's just people just yamming, right? Just talking. All they're doing is just showing up and trying to make it seem like they're a good option. They're a good choice. But it's like, if these people are really serious about love, just really serious in a general sense, they would understand to stop wasting time, though. Everybody got a certain amount of time. Stop wasting it. So the fact that they are unclear about who they are, what they want, where they're going, it goes to show you how dysfunctional they are. Essentially, they're dysfunctional, right? So a lot of you Aries see this type of stupidity coming from a mile away. And what is it that you do? You Aries just put up your purse or your wallet. And not only, but see, what you Aries don't understand is, even though you put up your purse or your wallet, depending on who you are, what you're into, all that other good stuff, I don't care. It's your privacy. There's a piece of you that you haven't put up yet, or protected, to be more accurate. And you mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you haven't protected that. You're protecting your finances, but you Aries are not interacting with them from a perspective of, this is why you can't trust them, because they on some nonsense, to be able to be prepared for the games that they can essentially play, right? When they start to pull those type of mind games. So you Aries have to essentially work on that. The Queen of Cups and the Hermit now is about, because the situation for you is that a lot of you Aries, you have a lot of love to give and everything like that, but people will use that. Like I said before, they will show up in your life. Like me, I get it. They'll show up in your life. They're not really talking about anything, because they'll show up in your life, talk nonsense, won't do any of it, or they'll tell you what they're not going to do. And then they expect you now to be like, okay, yeah, that sounds like a good deal. Right? Because obviously you Aries will understand how terrible of a deal that is. You won't take that, because the way that you Aries will treat other people versus the way that they will treat you, when your mind and your heart are in the correct place. It's totally asymmetrical. It's totally obtuse. You'll have some people sit up here and talk about how it is that love is asymmetrical. Today's love is asymmetrical, but a healthy form of love is symmetrical because they're reciprocating. The reason why love today is asymmetrical is because one side is giving everything but the kitchen sink, everything and the kitchen sink sometimes, while the other side is just taking and taking and taking and taking and taking and giving minimal, if anything, minimal effort. They may go and buy the person a $15 cologne or perfume, and then we'll go ahead and call that trying. And that's all it is that they've actually given to the partner exclusively, where their partner is the one that actually exclusively gets the cologne, that wears it, that exclusively benefits from it. Other than that, everything is shared or going from one person transferring over to them exclusively. And then they want to talk about how that's a good relationship. No, it's asymmetrical. The Page of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups is about, because you, Aries, again, you see how much of a bad deal this is. See, now you, Aries, are getting to a point where you're starting to see like people running it. You're seeing how people are running these relationships, and essentially they're running dating fraud. I hope YouTube don't hit me for that, but it's the facts. They're running dating fraud. They're looking to gain all of these like monies and advantage and use people up underneath the disguise of love. And you Aries are starting to peak game with it. Like, these people are out here pulling you. You starting to watch out now, Aries. You're starting to see things my way now. You wouldn't want that to happen. You Aries are starting to see it. You start to see how like you'll be engaging with people, and how it is that they pulling it. They pulling it. It's like the slot machine at Las Vegas or Atlantic City, right? They pulling it. You seeing how it is that they trying to run game. They not trying to interact with you and really get to know you. They're trying to run game. And when the game don't work on them, then they start talking wildness. Same person, different shirt. How it is there's so many people on the same game, they run the same thing, they do the same thing, and then when you get hip to the game 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, then you be able to start identifying the similar things that all these users do when they're calling themselves trying to get to know you. They don't contribute anything, they don't give anything, they don't actually bring value, they don't do anything. All they're trying to do is just run game, and they so stupid, like a parasite. The parasite doesn't understand that the parasite is just like every other parasite. Bland, boring. All they're trying to do is just be seen, right? And they're easily predictable because they all do the same thing. They all love hot Cheetos. They all love seafood boils. They all listen to Cardi B. They all listen to Beyonce. They all listen to Nicki Minaj. They all literally do the exact same thing. They all get their hair permed. They all do this stuff. They all do the exact same thing. They all think that their idea of romance is cheating. They all think that their version of having fun in a relationship with the person is to cheat and see if the person finds out them cheating. That's their whole ideology of fun. Fun isn't the two of you actually invest in stocks and get rich and you see how it is that y'all financially move up. That's not fun to them. Their ideology of fun is to always do somebody dirty. Their whole ideology of fun. And you Aries understand what type of time this is. This is lame. You understand how lame this is. The hanged man represents how. So a lot of you Aries right now, y'all are just peeping game. You're just observing, interacting with others, observing and seeing if they do these 101 tactics on you, like I've been talking about. Because the Fool and the Six of Pentacles, if they don't try these tactics, these tactics on you, these mind game tactics, then you Aries will continue to get to know them. If they try these tactics on you, then you know it's time for you to not trust them and to leave them alone. And you're right. Let's clarify the Six of Pentacles. Queen of Swords, the Temperance, the Chariot, the Page of Pentacles, and the Fool. You Aries are going to be very patient with them, as long as, like what Kendrick Lamar said to Drake, that, as long as you Aries are waving your hands in the air and dancing and laughing and having a good time, you Aries will spare some of these people. You're not really going to tell them about themselves, because delusional people like that are not accustomed to being told the reality about themselves like that. Because most people would rather just kick them up on out of their life. One of the worst things in the world for a parasite to hear is how they're actually being a parasite, and how they're dysfunctional, and how they don't get taken, how they get taken seriously as dangerous, but they don't get taken seriously for a person that wants all of this benefits. No, it's not happening for them. The Page of Pentacles and the Fool represents, because you Aries understand that there's something wrong with dating, and you understand that you have to not just financially protect yourself and put your wallet up, but you also have to put your feelings up as well, because these individuals, they're not worth it. They're not worth you Aries talking to them and getting to know them. They're not worth all of that. All they're going to do is the predictable thing. I've done sat up here, because I understand how goofy people are. I done sat up here and I done talked about what people are going to do, and they literally done it. They literally done everything that I predicted that they were going to do before they did it, because they all run the same script. They all do the same thing, same person, different shirt. And now you Aries are starting to understand, same person, different shirt. So they can't fool you like the way that they used to. It's becoming harder for them to fool you now, right? They have to actually show you what's up. A person, anybody is not going to be able to get in here. They're not going to be able to get in here. They're not going to be able to get your wallet. They're going to have to do work. They're going to have to show you why they're not playing games with you, why they're actually being for real, for real. That requires time. That requires an effort. And the way that how a lot of these people are lazy, they're not even trying to do that. So all people are doing is showing you, all they doing is revealing their hands to you, Aries, right now. And you Aries are seeing how there's a lot of users, but then they trying to hide it though. And they're finding it harder for them to be able to do it. So that's it for now. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 20,000 subs and above. I have 13,747 subs. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. All that stuff really does help. Appreciate it.